Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful day. We're back out on the ocean. It is about 10 degrees Celsius. It's early in the morning. I'm trying to get a video in before the construction noise starts in the background here. It's 10 degrees Celsius is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a nice cool temperature. Still got my 5mm wetsuit on, but we're gonna hit the water with the paddleboard and we're gonna try to get up on foil. I read a quote this morning by Aristotle. It's a really great quote. It's we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but it's a habit. So I've been trying to do this for the last several months, is try to get my body back into shape, fix my back, fix my knee, fix my shoulder. And it's not like you could do it in one quick step. It's you gotta do it every single day. So I've been going to my physiotherapist and I've been fixing my back and doing certain exercises every single day to fix it. I was doing the sort of core exercises and all that stuff, and I also began implementing a number of stretches. So every morning I run my dog, and so I have a dog chucker and he runs for about 30 minutes. He's in amazing shape, puts me to shame. He's turning 11 and the guy is in amazing shape, runs every single morning. What I'm doing is I'm doing stretches between his little sets. So he'll do a sprint, come back, and when I chuck the ball and while he's coming back, I'll do 3 different stretches. And one is just a hamstring and a back stretch, 2 is a hip flexor stretch, and 3 is an adductor stretch. I'll show you quickly just so you get an idea, but this is something I'm doing every day, fixing my back, strengthening my back, shoulder, and knee so that I can do activities like paddle up on a foil, because it's extremely explosive. And I was having some issues because I couldn't level up. I couldn't take my my paddling to the next gear just because I was in a little bit of discomfort. So it's amazing what you can accomplish when you're pain-free. So I'm getting very close to pain-free, and it's all because of these little exercises that I'm doing every day. So again, it's we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, it's a habit. So you got to do it every day. So I'll show you quickly 3 little stretches. So the first one is like a back hamstring stretch. So I basically touch my toes. Like a couple months ago, I wasn't able to even touch my toes, but now I can touch my toes. And then I do a slow curl up just to kind of engage my back. And I'm really trying to hinge at the lower back. I'm not kind of bending my back to go forward. I'm really hinging at the lower back to get that lower back stretch and that hamstring stretch. The second one is just a hip extender stretch. I don't know if you can see this. I'll have to tilt the camera down a bit. So I'm really trying to get that hip flexor extended, and I'm even raising my arm to get that extra stretch. And I'll hold these stretches for about 20 seconds. And the last one is the adductor stretch. I'll repeatedly do these stretches for about 30 minutes. And it's really been helping. I mean, you got to do these exercises every day. Think about how many times before that was I stretching. I was stretching for maybe 5 minutes before I did an activity. That's not enough. As you get older, and even when you're young, you really have to incorporate stretching almost every day. So I sit at a desk for many hours during the day. Every hour what I try to do is I try to get up and just stretch my back, my hip flexors, even for like 2 minutes every hour. It makes a huge difference. All right, so what I'm gonna do today is I've broken the paddle up into 3 phases. I'm thinking, so the first phase is just engaging the paddle and getting the paddleboard moving through the water. The second one is really increasing the sequencing, the reps, and just doing some light pumping to engage the paddle, the foil. And then the final stage of the paddle up is once I have enough speed, I'm really gonna start pulling and trying to get that ollie going, and repeatedly doing that to get up on foil. So first thing first, I'm gonna just engage the legs. So I'm gonna head on the water and just do a little bit of pumping to engage the foil. And then I'm gonna incorporate the paddle and the quick sequencing. And then the third step today, I'll start really trying to do some ollies. And then at the end, we'll try to tie it all together and see if we can get up on foil. We'll see. Thanks for joining. It's gonna be an awesome day. I feel super good about today. All right. Now before filming, I was stretching for about 15 minutes and warming up my body so that I don't injure myself. But here we go. Ooh, yeah, felt good. I'll bring this camera into the water. So now we're gonna try to do some paddles. My leg pumping's gotten better because I had some issues with my left leg. I'm goofy, so my left knee was was really critical in the pumping, and it was just, I had a little bit of tendonitis in there. So my physio and I, we were working on it. These hamstring stretches really helped. I also rolled out my quads. There's a little bit of, I don't know if there's a knot in there, but also did a lot of work in my calves. And my knee has gotten so much better because I think there's just a lot of muscles that need to get loosened up. I think the tight muscles were putting a lot of stress on the joint. So loosen that up. So now I'm able to kind of pump, get into that nice, deeper knee bend without feeling a lot of pain. And so, yeah, it's getting better and better. All right, let's get that paddle into the leg pumping. Yeah, so again, the 3 stages I want to do is get 2 paddles in, then about 6 quick pumps with the paddle, just to really kind of get the speed up, engage the foil. And then stage 3, I want to do those big ollies and really try to get up on foil. So let's do one more with stage 2, the quick little paddles with the leg pump. Yeah, it feels good. My shoulder is a little tight. I got some tight triceps, so I could feel it as I'm pulling back. I've been working on that. I was using a massage, those little devices, and I was holding it on my tricep, and man, my muscle was twitching like crazy. This was a couple days ago, so some muscles are tight there, loosening up. I can feel a little sore. You can see I was losing my balance a little bit on those quick paddles, but it's good. So now we're gonna do a couple of those big ollies and see how that goes. Okay, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Let's try that again. Get a couple big ollies in, and I'm gonna try to sequence 2 big ollies. All right, just off the bat, I was able to get 3 decent pumps slapping the surface of the water right there. Let's try to string it together. So I'm gonna go a little bit further out. I'm gonna do 2 paddle strokes to get that board moving through the water. Then I'm gonna do 6 quick paddles at a high frequency and lightly pumping the foil to engage it. And then after those 6 paddles, I'm gonna really start trying to ollie and get some air and hopefully get up on foil. it's working. Third stage, where I'm really doing those aggressive ollies and paddling, I can feel the foil engaging. It's just I'm losing my balance. Paddling and pumping the legs and keeping my balance is just a little bit new for my body to adjust to. But a couple more reps, I think we'll get it, hopefully. But we'll keep doing that. But it's just a matter of just doing those stages, 2 relatively easy paddles, 6 quick paddles with light pumping of the legs, and then start engaging the ollie technique and really trying to get on foil and keeping my balance. All right, let's go. Reporting on my body, my back is feeling good. My knee is feeling good. My tricep. It's not one thing, it's another. This tricep, I release some muscles in it. It's sore. I don't feel when I'm pulling. I'm not feeling like I'm able to get that torque required. But we'll keep going. I should perform CPR. Yeah, there was I guess that tanker way out in the distance. Where is it? It's there now. Oh, where is it? Yeah, it's there now. that caused that big swell. If I was ready, I would have, if I saw it coming, I could have tried to catch it, get up on foil that way. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to get up on foil, and as soon as that foil is really starting to come out of the water, I'm stalling. I can feel like maybe I have to get my weight a little bit further forward, and because yeah, it's I can feel the foil engaging, and then I'm just losing my balance. So I just have to adjust to that. Yeah, I'm just struggling to keep my balance. Even there with those little pumps, these little tiny swells. This is one of the reasons why I was out on the lake, because it really helps when it's really flat, especially when you're starting, because I can feel like I'm getting the foils engaged, and then all of a sudden one of these little swells kind of hits the back of the tail and just throws me off balance. room there, but I was losing my balance anyways. I guess that's the trickiest part now, is when I'm at that phase where I'm slapping the front of the board on the water and the foil is really starting to engage. Maintaining balance. These little ripples, there is a beach a little further ways down that is a little bit quieter, just requires a little bit more walking. I think that's where I'm gonna go the next time around, just because I came out super early in the morning just to avoid the construction noise over there, and it's just over there, a couple of houses being worked on. And then these little ripples, at least for now, maybe once I get up on foil I can pump around, I'll test myself against these little ripples. But I'm finding it tricky because I'm engaging and then all of a sudden you just make the it a little bit more difficult by having this tiny little swell. I know it seems insignificant, but they come in like short sets, so it's just constantly hitting you. You could hear it. So they're just constantly hitting you, throwing the balance off a little bit. Oh. You know what I'm finding is the less arms I use, the more power and efficiency I get from each paddle stroke. What I mean by that is, if I bend my arms and I try to stroke using my arms, it's just not enough power, at least for me. But when I straighten my arms more and I'm pulling more with my glutes and my core, I could feel that I'm moving faster through the water. So maybe I'll just focus on that for next little bit. Also, because my tricep is it's not having it, so I'm gonna focus more on just keeping this left arm relatively straight and just really trying to pull with my glutes and core. I'm not specifically thinking about that. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna just try to engage it, like just kind of squeeze the core and squeeze the glutes a little bit before I start paddling. I can already feel that I'm losing a little bit of steam. Darn it, I thought I was gonna get it today. We're getting close. I think I have to continue working on those little short pumps with the paddle and the big ollies. Try to get 2 or 3 reps in and really be in balance before I string those 2 stages together. I have to work on those 2 components separately for a little bit, and then bring them together once I really have my technique and balance down. So there, I was still doing stage 2 where I'm just, it feels like it's, the foil's really engaging. Trick is blending the stage 2 and stage 3 where I start those really aggressive ollies. I think we're at 52 minutes. I'm gonna close out this session with just big ollies. See if I can string together 2 or 3 big ollies in a row where I'm getting that sequencing of the paddle with the ollie. Because I think that's where I'm losing my balance. If we can get that stage 3 together, then I think we'll be able to get up on foil. Because stage 2, I'm generating quite a bit of speed. I could already feel that the foil is engaging. It's just that stage 3 where I ollie and I get those last 5 or 6 really powerful strokes with the ollie without losing my balance. That's what it's coming down to. Yeah, that's the hardest part, is getting that ollie, splashing down, and repeatedly doing that without losing balance. That is what I gotta work on. So maybe the next session, I spend some time working on just getting that big ollie, landing in good balance, and seeing if I could string together 2 or 3 good ollies. Also, with getting that paddle to quickly recover as well. So as I jump and quickly get the paddle out of the water, back into the water at the front of the paddleboard, so that I'm prepared to do the next stroke quickly. I think that's what I'm going to be working on next session. But it wasn't to be, but I'm happy to report my back is feeling amazing. My knee is feeling good. Shoulders, or not, shoulders feeling good. It's just tricep. It's a little bit, I don't know, wonky. But let's think about that Aristotle quote again. What was it? We are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do. So then, oh man, I can't think of it now because I think the blood's going and all that. I guess that's why sports, it's so hard to play sports at a high level, especially if you're playing like soccer or something, and constantly be cerebrally working. That's the trick to being a good athlete, is being physically able to move around, but also have your brain working at 100% capacity. Because right now I've been doing all this stuff, I can't remember that Aristotle quote. We are what we repeatedly do. I can't remember it. So then, excellence is not an act, but a habit. We are what we do repeatedly. So then, excellence is not an act, but a habit. Yeah, we got it. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for any upcoming videos. The weather is getting nicer. We're gonna get this paddle up, man. We're gonna get it. It is spring, it's April. Let's set some goals. I'm gonna try to get it on the water once a week, and we'll try to get it within the next month. We'll try to get it in the spring. Just set some targets. All right, we'll see you out on the water.